when we come down to we'll be dreaming safe and sound. Better know why. Baby, that's all I got. When we come down to we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. Is this the kind of sound that you wanna hear? Is this the kind of vibe that you wanna feel? 'Cause I'm the type of guy that you'll never fear. You could do your thing, then come near. Maybe I'm caught up in the thing that you know I like. See, we can make time, baby, overnight. Or we could make a grand escape, and we can roll high on our break. I'm all about the look that you're giving me. I'm all about the dance moves you're letting free. Well, I'm all about a sweet sound and loving spree. So listen from my melody. Yeah, maybe I'm caught up in the thing that you know I like. See, we can make time, baby, overnight. Or we could make a grand escape, and we can roll high by the way, And when we come down to we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. When we come down to we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. Yeah, this is the kind of sound that I wanna hear. Yeah, this is the kind of vibe that I wanna feel. And you're the type of girl, baby, you're the real. Check it one time, what's the deal? Maybe I'm caught up in the thing that you know I like. Yeah, we can make time, baby, overnight. Or we could make a grand escape, and we can roll high by the way, And when we come down to we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. When we come down to we'll be dreaming safe and sound. You better know why. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. Baby, that's all I got. We're feeling alright, yeah. We're feeling good, we're feeling alright, yeah. Oh, it's about that time for us to look around and meet somebody new. Well, let's all welcome in familiar faces, perhaps somebody who has a conflict in their life. Alright, tell them you're sorry, but there's ways to change the wrong to right. See, we can sit in a distant haze and watch rain clouds pour thoughts of greatness to help our troubles sail real far away. Oh yeah. Well, it's a struggle every day, we're stressing.
As I make my way
The fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot. Put your life together.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.
What up? What up? What is going down? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you. Got another episode of Fantasy News today. And for everyone who might be watching this on replay or listening to the podcast, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button. If you're in here watching right now live, what up? What up? Let's smoke it up and smash that like button. And Crispy still talking about taking advantage of a good girl, you savage. We don't take advantage of people in trades, okay? What up, Emil? Shout out to Toronto. Antonio, what up, what up? Minnesota Marty, what up, homie? What up, Dion? What's going down? What up, Devo? Minnesota Marty, let's smoke it up. And Peacock, que onda, vatos? Hey, vatos locos forever. And Bogey will be on here soon. He had his reading with Ricky Williams, and so yeah, we'll get to hear about that. All right, how about we start off with the Saquon Barkley news? That's the big news that has been circulating today and really since yesterday, I guess. But Saquon has not ruled out a holdout. He said while the negotiations are at a big old standstill, he said he's not going to be attending any of the mandatory mini camps this week. He hasn't signed. He has not signed the franchise tag, so he's not technically under contract, so it's not mandatory for him. And let's see. And he said his quote is when July 17th comes up, so I guess that's one of the next big dates, then I'll have a sit down with my team, sit down with my family, and make decisions. We'll see what we're going to do. What's the game plan? What's the next move? Okay. So we shall see. Saquon is not messing around right now. He is not messing around. And hey, Office in the house. What up, Office Depot? Real Deal Prime. What up? Cheers, bro. And Lee in the house. What up? Shout out to Lee and Catherine. What up? What up? Hope your recovery is going well. All right. Let's see. What else do we got here? The other big news that's been circulating for, really ever since he got released is the Dalvin Cook news. And so he's looking for a significant offer. He's doubling down. His agent is doubling down on they want a significant offer. They said $5 million is not going to be enough. I said that I think he's maybe going to get like a 2-year, like $12 million. That'd probably be like his cap, $6 million a year. But yeah, that's just a little higher than what he's saying is the $5 million. That won't be enough. The teams that we all need to be paying attention for, the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Broncos. Oh, man. What up, Jamie? What's going down? And Emil said, I still think Saquon gets traded. I mean, if they don't want him, if they really don't want him, like, just get rid of him, man. Let him go someplace where he's going to be happy. All right. Let's see. What else do we got here? Oh, so Aaron Rodgers. Remember how Aaron Rodgers was hanging out with Sauce, showing them some of his hot route, some of his hot route signals. Aaron Rodgers said that Sauce could become the best corner in the NFL at some point in his career. He's already looking like one of the best corners in the NFL right now. Like he might really, he already put the league on notice. You win the Rookie of the Year award and the Defensive Rookie of the Year award. Like, that is pretty solid right there. Defensive players do not win overall rookie of the year too often. So yeah, he is special. And yes, Jamie, we're doing the race for the AFC division in about 10 minutes or less. About 1:30 is when I told everybody. But if you can, well, actually, I'll just go share this in the chat right now. Just let everyone know a reminder. Race going down in 10 minutes or less. All right. There we go. And Marty said, "Yep, for once I'll agree with Aaron. Sauce is the future. He's the man. He's the man. Really, really fucking excellent." And let's see what else. Chris Olave, one thing that he's been doing this offseason, he's spending time working on improving his contested catch skill set. Yeah, because I mean, as wide open as he's getting, I mean, Derek Carr, if he's not going to be able to hit him like that, we're going to need to. He's going to need to make some contested catches. That is for sure. Oh, shout out to Peacock and the Texans. Forgot one of the pieces of news we had that J.J. Watt is being added to the Texans Ring of Honor, and it's going to be on October 1st when they go up against T.J. Watt and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is going to be pretty cool. That is going to be pretty cool. The whole Watt family might be in attendance for that game because, I mean, shit, Derek and TJ, I mean, they play on the Steelers, and then I'm sure that would just be a good game to get the parents out to and stuff as well. And let's see, AJ Dillon said he's looking forward to playing more free this season. I mean, shit, like he's one of those guys that's about to be up for like a contract like real soon, right? Like, I mean, sucks that he's been a backup the whole time to Aaron Jones. Micah Parsons, he's making claims out here now. He is making claims out here now. He said that he expects to be a do-it-all type of player this year, and it's going to be a year to remember. Like, this is wild. A year to remember. That is pretty freaking awesome. Pretty freaking awesome. Year to remember. Let's see here. Who else we got? Yeah, let me see if I can pull this up, Peacock. Let me take a screenshot here. Yes, Brownie the Elf for the Cleveland Browns is gone. He is gone. Let's see. There we go. Let me throw this up here. So here is the new logo for the Cleveland Browns. And they're really embracing the dog pound gang, as they should. As they should. I mean, a nice, a big bulldog like this, a lot better than some trippy elf. Yeah, that's what Office said. Brownie the Elf, what a trippy mascot. That is for sure. But yeah, check that out there. So that is going to be the new logo of the Cleveland Browns this year, Dog Pound Gang. Hey, what up, Brandon? Brandon in the house. We're gonna start the AFC draft here in a handful of minutes here. And Marty said they had the elf. How come I never do that? We talked about it multiple times. I mean, we showed it on the show here. I mean, it's hella goofy. Hella goofy. Jamie said, but the new logo looks like a 90-year-old floppy vagina. Office said Brownie the Elf could take that dog. Maybe. Let's see here. Von Miller said he expects to avoid the pup, and he apparently his knee is all healed up. So we might be seeing him right at the beginning of the season here. Daniil Hunter, he's planning on skipping the mandatory mini camps here because he wants a new contract, and the Vikings, they don't see it that way. Let's see. What Steelers might be in the Chase Young business? That would be very interesting if Chase Young got over there. What up, PB and waivers? What's going down, bro? Let's see. Raheem Mostert could be traded if Miami if they end up signing Dalvin Cook. So Mostert signed a 2-year, $7.2 million contract with Miami this offseason. Yeah, let's see what happens. Johnny, what up? He said, yo, ready for the race? Yep, couple minutes. We're just reading off a couple more pieces of news here. Let's see. What about the Bears teaching Justin Fields about being more of a selective runner? He's really going to need to take a step up as a passer this year. I've been talking about this all year. Let's see. Man, Marte Mapu, one of the guys who was like one of my late round, rookie sleepers. He's the guy who got drafted by the Patriots. That apparently he's been getting a lot of playing time at linebacker as well as safety. So that would be very interesting. If he starts getting some linebacker snaps, he's immediately bumping up my radar even farther than he already is. Let's see here. What else do we got? So far, I guess Romeo Dubs is seeming like he's the favorite target of Jordan Love. So just something to monitor. But I mean, these connections that they're getting in OTAs right now, it could really carry over into the regular season. Buda Baker. He requested a trade, but he's still in there preparing for the mandatory minicamp. So I guess he's not going to be holding out or anything. But he did request a trade a little while ago. Let's see. What else do we have here? Juju Smith-Schuster unlikely to be practicing right at the beginning of minicamps. He's still nursing an injury, which he always kind of is. Let's see. Tyquan Thornton managing a soft tissue injury. Not something that we want to hear for a speedster. Let's see. Oh, man. Shout out to Calvin Johnson, friend of the show. He's apparently the Lions reached out to him about helping Jameson Williams with his game, and he's at minicamp right now as well. Let's see. I think that might be it. The only other thing that I saw, and we'll bring this up when Bogey gets out here because I'm curious to see what he thinks. But the XFL, they partnered up with the NFL this past year, and man, their first year as a business was not that well. Apparently, they lost about $60 million in about $60 million in their first year. So as a business, maybe wasn't the best thing. But yeah, hopefully they got some money and some help from the NFL. I know they partnered with them, so hopefully they got some help because you're not going to be able to sustain as a business if you're just losing that much like every single year. All right, let me pull up 100-yard rush. All right, let's see here. Who is in the AFC division with us? And, well, of course, me. Dennis is in this one, all right. Our homie Johnny is in this one. Jerry, Freight Train Wayne is in it. AP Winky is in it. Let's see. Newcomer Joey is in it. Titans for Life is in it. For life. Let's see here. Crispy is in this one. Our homie Phil is in this one. Street Soldiers Mark is in this one. Big Game James is in this one. And then our homie Brandon is in this one as well. Uh-oh. The Patriots have waived running back James Robinson. That just came through right now. And is that what you're talking about? Oh, shit, Jack Sleeper now. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, James Robinson has apparently been cut by the Patriots. Uh-oh. And Peacock says it's called the Dog Pound logo instead of one of Watson's masseuses scarfing down the glizzies. Where is that?
Hello, ladies.
All right, there's everybody who is in Now, let's throw in some numbers between 1 and 69.
69, dudes!
What I do is I add up all the numbers, and then we divide it and get the average, and that's how many times we shuffle the deck, and every time the deck is shuffled, it shuffles our characters right above my head right here. So throw in those numbers. And this is going to help us add to the randomness of the draft order here. What up, Dennis? And Dennis started off with a 69, dude.
69, dudes!
Let's see. Jamie with a 33. Antonio with a 55. Peacock with a 24. And Peacock with an 11. We'll allow it. We'll allow it. Emil with an 11. Johnny with a 17. Marty with a 69.
69, dudes!
Brandon 3. And Chris Bay 37. Let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 329 divided by 10. So we got 32.9. So we'll round this one up to 33. 33. There we go. All right. Now we're going to need some help. Let's see. Chris Bay, you give me the minimum yards traveled per rush. That's a number between 1 and 5. Brandon, you give me the max yards traveled per rush. That's between 6 and 10. Johnny, you give me the minimum seconds per rush. That's between 1 and 4. And Jamie, you give me the max seconds per rush. That's between 5 and 8. Hey, there we go. Dennis said dab time. Let's get it. And Dennis has been a member for 5 months on YouTube. You the man, bro. You are the man. All right. We got a 3 for Chris Bay. Got a 9 for Brandon. 2 for Johnny. And then 7 for Jamie. Those ones are already in there. All right. Here we go. Here's the big list of where our guys are. Here we go.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
Here we go. Find your guys. Find your guys. And Marty, this is for the AFC Best Ball Division. Uh-oh. Who's that? Crispy out in front right now. And Johnny said, let's go Tecmo Mittens. Come on. Come on, Hustler. Catch up there. AP Winky out in front. Brandon and Crispy kind of right behind him. Uh-oh. Big Game James and Street Soldiers bringing up the rear. Let's see. Uh-oh. Joey is catching up. Crispy still out in front. Him and AP Winky kind of fighting for it right now. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Wow, Phil with a crazy burst of energy. He's in front now. Uh-oh. Phil out of nowhere. It's Phil and AP Winky in front right now. Jerry with the burst of energy. Phil got it. Uh-oh. Who's it going to be? Whole body has to cross. AP Winky first. Brandon third. Jerry fourth. Johnny 5th, Joey, Titan 6th, Joey 7th. I got 8th, Crispy 9th. Mark Street Soldiers 10th. And who's it going to be out of Big Game James and Dennis? Dennis got 11th. Big Game James coming up with number 12. All right. There we go. We're going to get this one started very, very shortly here. I'll take a screenshot. We'll start getting everybody, we'll get everybody set up over here. We'll start that draft. We're going to do the next draft order race in like 20 minutes. There we go. There we go. Dennis said, just got my cards in the mail. Perfect. All right. Yeah, everyone... how many? There's probably about a half a dozen packages that got sent out. We like to wait until your cards, build up a little bit, and then you get a nice little package instead of like, spending like $5 on like shipping for like 2 cards when like $5 can ship like a couple dozen cards. And hey, here we go. We got Bogey in the house.
Can you dig it, sucker?
What was that? Was that me?
No, it's fucking me. Jesus. Someone must be.
I was like, whoa. It's funny because I'm cooking right now. I was like, that's a smoke detector? Like,
Yeah, someone must be cooking in the kitchen like right now or something.
damn,
And Peacock said, when does Robinson go on waivers? Well, yeah, he got waived, and it's a 24-hour.
Which
waiver.
Robinson?
James Robinson.
Oh yeah, he probably didn't pass the physical, maybe.
I don't know. He just we just saw that right now. But yeah, so we shall see. We shall see what happens with James Robinson if he catches on anywhere. Let's see. And Dennis said that's the Indians. I have no idea where that was even in.
Just do that around.
All right, Devo said he got his today too. Perfect. Everything got in the mail. Everything got in the mail Friday, and you know how it goes. Everything might take an extra day or two. There. And Marty said, "Does Robinson catch passes? If so, he should be a Viking." I mean, he's never been a guy who's been notoriously a pass catcher.
I mean, but he was a guy who soaked up hella checkdowns that one year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, what was it? Those first 2 years, he had like what 2, 3 receiving touchdowns each year to go with his like 6, 7, 8 rushing tags or whatever.
Yeah. Peace out, Jamie. We'll see you later, homie. We'll see you in the.
I'm not leaving.
We'll see you in the draft.
Okay. You know what? I need to fetch it. Okay. Hey, my girl, it's funny. I always cook for her, right? Then while I'm cooking, she just tells me how to do it. She's like, listen, not like this.
That's not how you cooked it last time.
Listen, bro, hold on, bro. You know why? It was the first time I did it last time. Every time, you ever cook something, and the first time you do it, it's always that smack, bro. You know what I mean? Because you just follow, like, accordingly. You know what I mean? You don't get adventurous. You know what I mean?
All right, so let's hear. We already got through all the news and stuff. Let's hear about your cooking experience.
So, man, that shit was awesome because, like, what was dope was that, like, when he would highlight certain things in my joint that he has, like he'd be like, I had the same exact thing right here. Like, your Pluto, same as mine. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And like, I'm sure you had a shitload of Pluto in your shit too, huh?
Yeah.
And you had hella Saturn, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Because we all have everything, but it's what you have more of, right? And you know what's the most dominant of mine out of all of them, bro, is Uranus. You know what I mean? And it's funny because when he said it, I almost laughed because, so then he also premised it. He was like, so, you know, he's like, I'm going to take you on like a journey. He's like, I'm going to take you on a journey. And he was like, you know, and you know, and first of all, we're blowing tremendo, right? You know what I mean? Shout out to Ellis Greens. You know what I mean? We're just, you know what I mean? And I also sent them home with a nice little parting gift. You know what I mean? But we're sitting there, we're just burning, bro. And like, even before we even got started, he was like, you know, I looked at your chart, you know what I mean? He's like, I'm about to take you on a journey, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like he already sees what the journey was, you know what I mean? And my story is the journey is the story all the way up to now, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of it was from a lot of pain and a lot of, you know what I mean? A lot of learning the hard ways and a lot of you know, I'm a Sagittarius, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I take a lot of shots, but I'm also very strong. The second strongest sign is Libra. So it's like everything I do is hella balanced, bro. But I'm also a hella of a gambler though too. So like I get things to a point where now this gambling I'm so calculated, it don't seem like gambling now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? And then I just laugh because like, you know, how I approach anything. And like, that's why with fantasy was like easy. You know what I mean? Like, everything's in psychology, everything's in this and that. And whatever it is, I mapped it out already. And he says, you have an innate ability to all that is internalized like automatically. He was like, and he said that too. He's like, you know, even as he's like, sitting there talking with you, he's like, I can tell that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I never said anything about music. And maybe I referenced it before. I don't remember. I can't remember because I haven't been on with him that much, right? But he was like, it's all about you establishing your voice, like, you know, in every sense of it. You know what I mean? Like metaphorically and literally. And he's like, what, you know? He's like, what else do you do? To create shit, you know, outside of content. He's like, we do like music or anything? I'm like, yep, I do music. And he's like, I knew it. Because all the things that are associated with music specifically, they're all powerful in all of my signs. You know what I mean? So yeah. That's why Neptunes are the Neptunes, right? Because that planet is the one associated with people who love to create artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Neptune's hella powerful in my shit. You know what I mean? But like, what also is crazy is that I'm hella a Sagittarius too, though. And this was the part of my life that where that's what made me who I am now. But that person, though, gets me in the shit. And that's what's crazy, because that's what the whole Scott Free thing is. And he says, you're a person that needs confirmation bias. You need to prove it to yourself that you're right. You know what I mean? And now the Uranus thing, right? Because Uranus is a 100% individual shit. Uranus has a problem with everything that has structure, unless it's my type of structure. You know what I mean? And like, but not just like on some control freak shit, like, because that's Saturn. You know, Saturn is for control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Too much of that, you're a control freak, whatever. But he was like, you know, it was like Uranus. That's the individuality shit. So I'll stand on being who I am, no matter what. You know what I mean? Then he's like asking, you know, like examples, like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, like, you know, what was on the, you know, when you do the show? And he's like, you know, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not no cookie cutter shit, right? None of us are. But you know, but that's also why we flock together. And then he said one thing. He's like, when we were done, he's like, man, one thing I want to tell you. He's like, I just want to remind you what I told you in the beginning. The chart already tells me that on my journey from here on out, I gotta talk to the motherfuckers that know what they're talking about. I should never waste my time. Like, and what do I always say? Remember, if I need to know something and I don't already know it, I gotta find the guy that's the authority of it. Like, I'm not gonna go to the dentist, and I always say this, right? I'm not gonna go to the dentist and be like, give me the drill. Give me the drill. Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not a dentist. You know what
Also,
I mean?
time to stop wasting time on any of those suckers that may have taken some energy a year ago.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he said, like, with it going through this year, he said it already started. He was like, oh, okay, all right. What do we always say? What kind of became a mantra around here? We pushing the.
We're pushing the work.
No, we're pushing the boulder. We're pushing that boulder.
Oh yeah, uphill, yeah, for sure.
So he goes like this. He goes. What? He goes. Uranus. He's a Uranian. He's a Uranian such as yourself. Always treats everything like if we're climbing that mountain. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, we're always climbing this fucking mountain. And then I fell out. I go, you want to hear one of my sayings? He's like, yeah. And I said, we're gonna push that boulder uphill. We're just gonna stay pushing that boulder all the way uphill. And then I said, I'm not even sure what happens when we get to the top. Is it a plateau? Is it a motherfucking, when I get that boulder up there, does that motherfucking boulder roll on the other side of the mountain? Are we prepared for this? Is there a structure being built to prevent that? Are these the things we're thinking of when are we just focusing on pushing this boulder uphill? And then, and he says, I bet you say, did you get in there, Trey? Did you hit the cabinet? Did you trip over the cabinet?
No, he was just
Peace out, Johnny. We'll see you soon, bro.
Peace out, Johnny.
And anybody who has TikTok, I need some help. I'm like, so we're about to break 1,000 followers. There's like 999 right now.
Hey, you know what you should do? Just make another video.
Oh, well, I mean, I put a video. I mean, I know it will over time. I just want to see it right now and feel like I influenced, like,
Oh yeah. Do it.
feel like I influenced the last couple. And Marty said, "Oh shit, my girl was follower 999." So close, man. Who's gonna be the 1,000th follower?
That's funny.
Yeah, this was how long? Let me see when the first video that I posted was.
Yeah. Or just
I keep going in hiatuses on these videos, but I'm gonna start forcing myself to post one short per day on this and the fantasy football and just all that. Let's see, there's gotta be a date on here somewhere.
it's funny too, because he was like, when he saw me, he's like, how old is she? I was like, she just turned 2 on the 2nd. He's like, oh, what did he say, man? His son. Oh, did he say his son or his grandson?
You're the man, Antonio. Antonio was 998.
Let's see.
Come on.
What up, Antonio? Birthday twin.
Who's gonna be the 1,000? So I can't even see when the hell started this. I swear it was like a year ago, maybe like a year and a half ago. It was a long way to get to this 1,000. Oh, man, Legos have been fun. And oh yeah, and then go if you don't follow me on TikTok,
Am I on the clock? Hey, I'll be right back. I forgot to check if I'm on a clock anywhere.
okay. It's just it's at FF Hustler 420. And yeah, I'm going to be doing shorts each day as well. So I'm going to be putting them on YouTube. But if you guys are already following on TikTok, you can go show some love there too. But yeah, the video that I dropped today was my fade in each of the top 5 rounds. So like one fade per round in one fade per round. So I got 5 of them there. And they're kind of just basing it off the single QB like stuff over there, at least the ADPs anyways. Who's gonna do it? The link is in the chat on YouTube, guys. So close. One person can put us over the top. Come on, someone do it. Let me see the 1,000 over there. I want to see it. I appreciate it. You guys helping me get to now a spot where we could get monetized for some Lego, do some Lego builds, and yeah, that's when we can actually start getting paid from TikTok, as in like the live streams on TikTok. So yeah, hitting 1,000, that's the threshold. Nice, and someone did it. Who did it? Oh, Antonio, did you just start a new TikTok account? Antonio 55. You're the man.
Hey, that's hella funny. Of course you did.
You're the man, Antonio. Appreciate you.
Watch, it's just for real some dude. It's really some dude. It's some dude that name's Antonio 55 for real.
Dang and crazy. And just like that, the go live just automatically kicks in. Nice. That's cool. Antonio, man, yeah.
Go live and do your builds on there.
Yeah.
Right? Figure out a way. Do it simultaneously too, where you're like filming like can you do it from StreamYard too?
Not on TikTok, but we can have like the different streams going. The thing that sucks with TikTok, can't have any weed or like anything like that. So that's just
it would just be your hands.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Because I wonder if if it's just the song, the sound.
You know, our hands do hold weed, huh?
What?
Our hands do be holding weed.
And man, it's funny though. There's this one Lego guy who I connected with on TikTok, and it's fucking funny.
I see what you did there.
He had
the Lego guy you connected with.
He had some fucking.
You didn't know you did that, huh?
I did, of course. Man.
Okay, yeah, you knew he was doing it on purpose.
But he had a custom Star Wars like minifig created, and it's hilarious. This company that created it for him, they had a little piece that's like a Lego bong.
Say.
And I saw it too because it was just one of the short videos. It's not like
so it's like there's a piece that a piece for a bowl or a stem.
No, well, so I mean, it's like in the Lego hand, it almost looks like it's a little like small ass bong. Like you could tell it just has the shape of it because I noticed right away. I was like, what the fuck? Is that a bong? And then I put it in the chat. I was like, hey, is that a bong? And he was like, you know it. But it's funny because he only has TikTok shit. He, you can never have any weed or anything.
Oh snap! That's what you're saying on TikTok.
Yeah, but he's one of those. He's one of those guys who goes live and takes music requests while he's building Lego and stuff. So that was how we connected.
So you want me to take him out the game?
And Marty said Twitch is killing themselves. I think everyone's a little bit confused on our Twitch. I think everyone's a little bit confused on what's going on with Twitch because Twitch isn't banning weed. You just can't have paid promotions from cannabis companies. So it's not about, like, I don't know what it is. I swear it's that company Kick or whatever.
It's the same way you can't have beer. You can't have beer things on Twitch, can you?
Yeah.
You can't have, hey, this Twitch is brought to you by Milwaukee Brewers. You know what I mean?
See, I guess
is that a game? That's not a beer, huh?
See, I guess I'm not sure. I feel like I guess you can.
I'm really confused right now.
I know that there's got to be sponsored alcohol like shows. Maybe it's cigarettes that you can't have, right? That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just cannabis in general.
Because like we still see alcohol commercials on TV.
Me.
Let's see. And Peacock said there's a local guy. There's a local guy at the Comic Cons and comic events. Dude does 3D prints of his own Legos, make custom minifigs. Yeah, I really want to get a 3D printer because even it being just not it's not official Lego, but it is still dope to have like minifigs and stuff. Even if they're not official Lego licensed products.
Trying to decide between a Bud Light or a Modelo, but we're gonna go with the light beer. We're watching our way.
Peacock says my son has him like on speed dial. That's fucking hilarious.
And what was this?
Peacock said his son has a Lego guy on like speed dial.
I mean, but when I was that age, I had the comic book guys on speed dial. That was my cousins. You know what I mean? I'll read some shit and be like, start calling them.
Yeah, and Marty said Kick. See, I mean, is Kick really taking over? Like, I don't know. I mean, until you told me about it, I never heard about it. And like, I'm seeing, like, it's funny because like once you told me about it, Marty, now I see like everybody like talking about because I have
once it's in the sphere, once it's in the space, you feel me?
Well, the only type of people that I follow on Twitter are fantasy people or weed people, and so like there's this whole big thing amongst the weed people how they're getting off of Twitch or whatever. But then like one of the main dudes who's like a weed influencer or whatever, Adam something, but he was like hosting an event that Hess went to in New York recently, one of those like underground or one of those.
Hey, did he put some respect on the Cannabis Guardian Angel's name?
Well, he doesn't. He didn't say anything about him. It was just he's calling out the people that are dumb as hell that are trying to get off of Twitch right now because they're reading the information wrong.
Okay, what am I missing here? Overnight Twitch is shit now? Like what happened?
What'd you say?
So what happened? Well, ultimately all these big influencers are leaving Twitch now. What happened?
Well, I mean, I don't know about how big they are necessarily, but no, I guess people are thinking that you're gonna get in trouble or like taken down for smoking weed on the but it's not the case though. Like that's the thing. It's not.
Yeah, but they're only gonna take you down on Twitch stuff. You know what I mean?
No, but the thing is, it's not the case for smoking. We smoke on Twitch every single day. You can't have cannabis sponsored products. Like, paid partnerships. Like that's what they said that you can't have.
John Moran's like, hell yeah, I can still show my guns.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not opposed to like checking out Kick. I just, man, that show is kind of confusing though. When I signed up for an account and stuff.
I mean, Kick, they trying to pay us like $16 an hour. Is that what it is?
Something like that. I mean, I don't know. I still didn't see that on there. Like you have to says you have to have 20 followers to be monetized, which I'm sure we could get the 20 followers, in one day if we actually do it. And I guess maybe let's do that right now because I have no idea like what the fuck like kick is.
We're doing this. Create it. Let's do it. Let's
Well,
kick
I
it.
already got it. I got it created. I just haven't. I haven't done anything.
You haven't kicked it yet.
Like, we haven't kicked it yet.
You feel me? Look
And
at that.
I mean, it's the same as everywhere else. FF Hustler 420. But go subscribe. Go subscribe over there and create an account. And,
It was like caramelized kind of last time.
Let's see if we could get up to like 20 people like while we're here, and then I can figure out what this monetizing like shit like is like over there. And Dennis, I locked in my pick. I got fucking T-Law at number 8. Woo!
Nice.
Woo!
What? Hold on. I got Herbert, right?
Yeah. No, not the same league.
Oh. I'm like, wait a second. Oh,
No, this is the one that we literally just started like right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, one of the best ball slow drafts, not the 24. Because I was before you. If I would have had Burrow and T-Law on the same team, I'd be shitting myself.
I got a couple T-Law. I got a T-Law Allen and a T-Law Dak. The T-Law Allen I had to trade up to make happen, and the T-Law Dak it just felt like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody really hated Dak in that league.
Yeah.
Not me. And I'm mad as oh shit. What about am I on the clock in any of them? I forgot to check because right when I went out to check, my phone rang.
Let us know Bogey's on the clock anywhere.
Oh, I only checked in 23. I'm not on the clock in 23. Am I in 24? This should be the question.
Right. And Crispy said, fuck Twitch. Well, for anybody who does have Twitch, if you have Amazon Prime as well, do me a favor and go subscribe over there. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free. You have to remember to subscribe every single month. They give me, they give me money, and it doesn't cost you anything for doing that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get over. I'm gonna get over there and get the link right now.
I made some chicken and pepper for like with shredded chicken. And when you do stuff like that, it's gonna be hella flavor packed. You know what I mean? Because it's shredded. You know what I mean?
All right, link is in the chat. Go show some love over there on Twitch. If you don't follow over there, go follow. And if you have an Amazon subscribe, go subscribe over there because it's free for you. It's included in your Amazon Prime account because now that Twitch is owned by and now that Amazon owns them. And Matthew, what up, bro? He said, let's be real. Kick, Twitch, or any streaming platforms are all owned by the same people. Well, yeah. Competition is more revenue.
How did you know I own all of it? And they thought I was just a lowly YouTuber.
And Office, you're awesome. He said, create an account. You're the only person that I'm following on TikTok. Hey, man, Legos are fun on TikTok. And, they got some fantasy stuff over there. Follow me on there for the Legos and fantasy. It's at FF Hustler for the fantasy.
You know what's hella tight, bro? I had Ricky Williams in here chilling, smoking weed, and all the questions about football or Master P, and we're talking about some astrology, and that's like shit I would, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so dope because this is shit I fuck with, you know what I mean? And you know what he told me? He goes, I bet you use this type of shit on all your decisions you make already. And I'm like, hell yeah. Like, I'll be like when there's certain things you're not supposed to measure, like a belief in something, I put a lot of that, I put that heavy on the scales, you know what I mean? Like, for example, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, listen, bro, Joe Burrow, bro, MVP, bro. You know what I mean? And like, why? And I can make a million reasons why. I can come up with a million reasons why, but really, I just want to be like, because he's a Sagittarius, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has that fucking, you know what I mean? That means he has it in this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Yeah, and Matthew, yeah, we're gonna look into this, and and that's funny. Chaotic said Kick paid my bills during COVID shutdown. That's funny. Not that Kick. The this is just spelled just the normal Kick, like Kick. It's a new streaming platform that's trying to be exactly like Twitch, apparently. And who's Pony Boy Beffinator? Who is that? Who's Pony Boy Beffinator on Twitch? Shout out for subbing up with Prime on Twitch.
The Bethanator.
And Dennis said, "Are you doing another Dynasty startup? Not this year. 24 was the last one, final one. So we're officially in redraft season now. Official redraft season now. We are 32 team league. We're filling up. Just had a new 420 crew member sign up, so you could join into that league in the Guillotine League, and yeah, Vampire Leagues, the Debo Snatcher Chain Force Trade Leagues. We got a bunch, and we're getting people signed up now. Some drafts are already going to start having the August draft date in place. There we go. And Peacock says, I have all that stuff, but I don't know how to use it. He said, I sound like my parents. He said, my TikTok is inactive. Don't need China spying on my fantasy sleepers.
It's funny though, because see, this what you get messages from the universe, bro. And if I woke up this morning, I was like, hey, listen, hey, you put your green screen up already, god damn it. I'm like, you're right.
Okay, Matthew's the Fantasy Ninjas. Nice. Okay, I do remember Fantasy Ninjas. I didn't know we didn't know your government name.
Hey.
Yeah. Shout
Why are you
out.
telling everybody his secret identity, bro?
That's just what popped up on YouTube. And
everybody his secret identity, brother, for Fantasy Ninjas.
Yeah, and we've been going hard on Twitch ever since man, because really I mean, for those who don't know, all this is not free. I mean, I put money into the production like throughout the year in this program that we use and to stream to like 8 places at once. And even though I didn't have the money, I made sure to like get the highest tier and pay for everything just so I could be streaming to everywhere instead of like slowly building up. And yeah, I know that helped in the beginning with getting people over on Twitch.
Okay.
I used to be like battling on
how much.
Hilarious.
How much was money in your chart? Like the house that's associated with money, like the planet. How much was it?
And at this point, it's been like almost a year and a half, so I really can't remember it. I wish I like recorded everything.
My whole thing was like dictated around the decisions I make and the thing. But then, what the dangerous thing was that like. But I'm also willing to put it all on the line. Like I'm a flipper, bro. I flip shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, when it comes to money specifically, you know what I mean? And I'm like, but what's crazy is like he was like, but you'll never take the same different hustle and approach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just things are different. It's it's the same. And he's like, no, now you have that. You go from having the packs to having the houses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, it's crazy. But also, the most important thing he said to us, bro, is we got to talk to the motherfuckers. And I'm saying we because this incorporates you too, because we're a reflection of who we surround ourselves with. And I love that a lot of my sayings that I gravitated towards, like we're reflections of who we surround ourselves with, or we're pushing that boulder uphill, shit like that. Is, it only gets better. These highly optimistic yet things you got to work hard at, you know what I mean? Like pushing the boulder uphill is not easy. You know what I mean? Hey, I could say it only gets better, but see, that's still something. It's what the hard part about that is having the hope that it does. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Believing that to be true. You know what I mean? And then he says, I specialize in selling that hope, though. You know what I mean? It's not just about like selling. We were able to move things or flip things. It's about getting people to believe in this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like there was one. He was like the aura. He was like, you walk into a room. He's like, he said, if you have a reputation, then he points out to you, he's like, this is your reputation, the house that's like, this is how people speak of you. And he was like, this is your aura little circles right here. He was like, this is strong right here. He's like, for example, if you were to walk into a room and people had heard about you, but when they meet you, they're like, yeah, bruh. Nice. They weren't playing. You know what I mean?
You're the man office. Only one person signed up right now. So yeah, that had to be you if you just signed up right now. You the man.
What I love too is that it isn't all fluff. he'll tell me the shit. Like, he was telling me the shit that I gotta look out for, the shit that's gonna be rough for me in this next year. Is coming. He says the shit that's gonna be rough for me is coming to terms with that. Like, I'm only gonna do it my way.
I know I need to book another session with him because, like, I mean, it's crazy because he's like, he might have been the straw that
really fucking good, bro.
He was the straw that broke the camel's back on me actually, like, moving
to Vegas.
I was already thinking about it, and like it was already something we'd like debated, but it was like when we had the session, then it was yeah, it was just, man, I knew that I had to do it. I knew that it was the time and everything.
You ready for this? I got it upstairs, but so I got him to re-sign the jersey. I got it on my Instagram, on my IG stories. I haven't put it on the GMM network yet. It's on my private joint, the Bogard, but yeah, bro, it's hella funny because I'm like, because in my joint, so get this, this is funny. In my joint, he says, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man, you know, I got hella Saturn, so I'm stubborn at first, but I'm gonna, because I don't believe everything first. You know what I mean? And that's also, Uranus is really strong with that, boss. Uranus, right? And that's the strongest one I have out of all of them is Uranus, right? It's like, so I don't. So it's funny because I said, listen, can you sign this for me? You know what I mean? And because, you know what I mean? There's a part of me that's like, I wonder if Ricky actually signed this.
Did it look exactly the same?
No, you know what's funny? He was laughing when he signed it, and he's like, I signed it for sure.
Because I guess the one thing
he looked at his thing, he said he knew he signed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because of course he would know, just by looking at the signature. Because how many thousands of things does he sign throughout?
But isn't that tight though?
Yeah, for sure.
Because if he signed it somewhere along the way, it came back to him to sign it again, and this time it says to Bogey, the universe speaks to you.
Nice.
Right? I'm like, it really does, man.
Tight.
He is like, sometimes, you know what's dope? Is he be like pointing shit on a chart, then he be taking it back. Like, it'd be like some shit he saw. And then after the third time I noticed him do that, I was like, okay, well, what is it this time? Right? He was like, right here, see? And he was like, he's like, you hear it at night? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, right? When you're creating, right? And he's like, so when you're writing, right? And I'm like, yeah, it just comes to me. Exactly. He's like this right here. He said, you're tapped in. You could draw it. It's the ability to, whether some people call it inspiration or some people call it whatever it is, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw it from the source, bro. Yeah. Every time. You know what I mean?
And shout out Infinite Possibilities. He said, yo, some of the realest fantasy football analysts in the game, super knowledgeable and consistent too. This crew is about to blow up in 2023. Hell yeah.
Hey, bro, listen, man. The universe says it, bro.
Hell yeah. I said, I want a Super Bowl on this channel. That's where it's at. Hell yeah. And I know Infinite fucks with the IDP. That was one of the reasons I
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, everybody's winning Super Bowls around us, huh? Isn't that crazy? You know what's funny? Hey, right when we all started Playmakers, we was already all champs here and there, but that year and since then, everyone on the panel is a champ somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're all in so many leagues too, but it's still difficult nonetheless, let alone when you're in so many leagues, you know what I mean?
Well, in that year, that was the most that both of us had ever won in a single season.
Ever.
Yeah. And Marty said, I wish that Twitch had the auto resub. It does if you're not using Amazon Prime. Because I've always used the Amazon Prime just on my Twitch account. But I subscribed to one of my homies' Twitch accounts. He was like one of the first people that subscribed to Patreon. And we've like known each other since we were like 10 years old. And he's all the way across the world and doesn't smoke. Across the country, doesn't smoke weed, but he's a gamer. And he's in like the Coast Guards or Air Force or something like that. But yeah, he's trying.
Hey, man, well, we thank you for your services, B.
Yep.
Thank you for your services. And you know what, bro? Listen to this, man. I hate to go up. I hate that I'm trying, you know what I mean? I'm just, because I'm also kind of like, reliving some of these things. Because some of them I feel like, okay, he says, I've always, I have, and this is like, he says, this is kind of, I don't know how you would view this. He's like, but this is part of the dark side, right? He's like, a part of my dark side. That's how he says, it's part of your dark side right here. He's that like, you need to be loved by everybody.
Yeah.
He said, but you do and you do everything for everybody. But it's like, you know what I mean? It's however you view that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I take pride in that, being able to do everything for motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I want, you know what I'm saying? Because but it's like, what's the chicken or the egg? Do I do this for people I love? Because or you know what I mean? Or do I just do this? You know what I mean? Or do I just do this? Like, 'cause I don't just do this. You know what I mean? Really only do it for the ones I love. I don't ever move in my life where I'm gonna do something for someone because it's something he could do for me down the road. I don't ever move like that. You know what I mean? I always usually just do things because it's out of the love for real. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's the downfall because and then that's where he said he's like, you gotta only surround yourself with those ones that have already been through this, that are at this stage now. You know what I mean? He said that the people that were born in Uranus, and during that time when I was born, it was the start of a 7-year period. So in their orbit, it was visible. It was visible for 7 years. So from 1984 to 1991.
So and real quick, everyone throw in a number between 1 and 69. We're gonna start the draft order process.
Yeah, 69.
69, dude.
I want to beat everybody too.
And okay, so I like what Fantasy Ninja said here, and it's something that I've been contemplating, and I know we've had certain shows where we've done this. He said, this is just my opinion, but he said, I still think if you put on suits and class up the background screen, it will counteract the weed haters, and y'all will blow up more. He said, weed in suits.
I'm not mad at that. I got some fly-ass suits I ain't gonna front to you, bro.
Yeah, and I probably won't wear any suits necessarily, but having the ties on,
I mean,
I still got a bunch of shirts.
This dude, he's a new guy. You know what I mean?
Ninja's not a new guy.
Ninja's okay, so he remembers that when I was in my studio space. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
I just moved, so you know what I mean. And then, granted, I even said it to us. I said, man, the reality of it, because remember in the beginning, I'm like, ooh, I'm about to flip my man cave. Ooh, blah 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 blah. And then we get here, it's like, okay, I gotta furnish every fucking single one of these kids' rooms. Then the TVs. And then the thing, you know what I mean? The table and the stools and the chair, the couch. You know what I mean? And my couch was custom too, so it was like because we couldn't find a couch. We're like, you know what? Goddamn, we're getting a custom couch. God, motherfucker, damn it! And that couch is so hard. You know what Ricky said when he saw the couch? Hey, nice couch. And see, and I was like, that's why we get a custom couch.
And Drake said weed in Suits sounds fresh. I mean, that would be cool, right? I don't know. Have you ever seen the show Suits?
I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the original iteration of this show. Do you remember that, us?
Yeah.
The FNT.
Yeah.
Was gonna be us in some Ming shit, like because the way I
had like news reporters, like real news reporters.
And then I said we'll have the same green screen background because you were using the green screen predominantly at that time before, you know what I mean? But then now you moved, you got a set. I'm about to have my set set up here soon. Like I'll probably put it in for it this week. You know what makes me want to do things more than ever? It's the shroom chocolates I got, bro.
For sure. Get you
thinking. It's funny too, because you know, it's little things like, hey Ricky, you want a beverage? You know, I got water. What? I got soda. What? I got some beer. What? You know what? I'll take a soda. And it's funny because I was like, yeah, I got other things too. Like I rolled up a bunch of joints from, and then what I'm saying, I got it. I'm like, yeah, if you want a mushroom chocolate or anything, man, I got a bunch of those at home. And I'm like, okay. He's like, they're awesome, right? I'm like, right? Because I know he gets down, but it's just tight to hear him like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Much for Ricky in the future.
And Ninja said your content is amazing, true down to earth guys. Good advice. I want y'all to blow up. Hell yeah, man.
I appreciate that, man.
We do appreciate the constructive criticism.
You know,
it wasn't even criticism. It was just like what an opinion. An opinion, like you said. All right, let's see. Throw in the numbers, guys. We'll wait a couple more seconds here. See if any other numbers come in. This is for the NFC division.
These are fucking awesome. It's not even in English.
And Infinite said, I don't know about those suits, but I'd like to see y'all wearing 420 crew merchandise and hats. Yeah, so we had some issues with the shirts, but we're getting that back on track right now. And you will see us rocking some 420 crew shirts. And 420 crew shirts are for sale as well. Let me see. Where do we have? I know 420 crew merch. And we're getting 420crew.com set up to where you can go there and get everything. But yeah, we're gonna go hard.
These shroom chocolates go crazy.
Oh yeah. Yep. Drake says shroom bars are the bomb. Hell yeah.
You know what's crazy? It's like if I wasn't on this show, but I was watching it, I'd be like, bro, I'll fuck with these motherfuckers. Oh, why he's eating a mushroom bar in the middle of the day? And he's having a beer in the thing. You know what I'm saying? We just be kicking it, bro, half the time. And then on top of that, when you peel the layers back, motherfuckers is take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is getting the guap. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers is legit on paper these days. Isn't that dope?
Yeah.
Like just watching Ricky break down my chart too, and like when he's like, when I got to a certain point where it's like, this is where everything changes, but for the better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One Nation said, "Is Drake Jackson a good IDP stash? Is he?
Yeah,
man. Hell yeah.
Second-year guy.
He might be a starter. Like that's what's crazy. He might start this year.
He's gonna. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is like you have guys like Yannick Ngakoue, who's floating around. You know what I mean? Frank Clark got grabbed up.
Yeah, you think the Niners could make a move at like Chase Young? I heard the Steelers are in the mix.
Yeah, Chase Young. I heard all kind of shit. But the realistic things that I would gravitate towards is Yannick Ngakoue really going over there, and if not, it would be Drake Jackson. And but I will say the knock on him right now is that he's not conditioning well. That's what they're saying about him. You know what I mean? They're taking a look at him like, yeah, because he's a sophomore. You can't be slipping right now. Your conditioning better be on point. You know what I mean? And but
here goes the numbers. So I started off with Marty and his 69.
69, dudes.
16 for Drake. And what Drake say here? So yeah, you guys are very helpful. Definitely like the vibe to be here. You the man. This is the first best ball draft that Drake's doing with us. Just a reminder, Drake, if you haven't gone back and watched any of the drafts that we've done, QBs are the most important, so don't slack on it.
And IDPs are the way to go with LBs.
Yeah, middle linebackers and strong safeties. That's where you want to live on the IDP. Not the only guys, but those are the guys you want.
Those are guys you want to get chunky and funky. Oh, god damn it.
42.0 for Antonio, 68 for Dennis. Gonna need to add one. And 22 for Chaotic, 217. Let's see. Yeah, Office. We talked about James Robinson getting cut a little bit earlier, so he'll be on waivers and he'll probably clear. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't even have like any.
You want to know why James Robinson was there?
Another body?
No.
Wow.
Tell me everything you know about the Jets and how they were operating.
Office, right?
with Saleh, because before that he knew everything about the inner workings of the Jets and the Bills. And as soon as the Bills got Sean McDermott, Belichick couldn't do that no more. You know what I mean? As soon as they got rid of Adam Gase, Belichick can't do that no more with the Jets. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we know that James Robinson's got a photographic memory because he remembers those playbooks like it's nothing. So Belichick's probably having him write down all the plays.
But also too, I think that's another thing too. Like when you're a running back and he's only he's a full year removed from the Achilles.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So if you're not looking good at this point, it's really, you know what I mean? It's just bad. Yeah. It's too much young. And we like this for our Stevensons too. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's one of those things where, he's drafted, and just because of circumstance, he ends getting thrusted in there. But he's, he wasn't really super talented from the beginning, or he would have been drafted way higher.
He wasn't handling?
I mean, we saw it. I mean, he did good, but it was more about a volume than anything. And you bring it up more than anybody. It was like they're really tanking for first there because it didn't matter how much they were losing by. They were still
running the rock. And then and to the tune of James Robinson finished 6th overall in PPR last year at the position. Now it's hard.
It was funny. Dennis said Jets are going to get Dalvin Cook, and Antonio said, "Fuck no."
I'm not mad at that. But that would also tell me that Breece Hall is nowhere near ready, and they're like, hey, let's not just feel put a Band-Aid on it, let's Dalvin Cook it. You know what I mean?
No, it would that would be the reason why, right? Shit. That would
because you could easily if he's a couple weeks away from starting in week 1, say he's a week 4, he's estimated week 4 or 5 return or whatever. They'll probably put a Band-Aid on it with fucking, Carter and Israel. You know what I'm saying?
No, stranger, you're the man. He said, I say wear whatever you want. I ain't here for no fashion show. No, but it is more about, it's about you know, like it's not things that we've never done. It's not like I've never dressed fly in, you know, like dope shirts and dope ties and shit like that. I got all that kind of stuff. I mean, ones that aren't they're not super
All my, you know, it's funny. All my Asian
flashy,
homies,
colorful.
my Asian homies that used to move like major work allegedly, right? When they would go anywhere, they're in suits, bro.
And
You
it's
know,
crazy though.
you
It's
gotta
almost
look.
like
You have to look like you have the money, because otherwise, you feel me? Like, okay, well, if you see me and I'm jumping in a fancy car and I look like this, bro, you're looking at this dude. You know what I'm saying?
my
Because you're
grandpa.
already, because you're already gonna assume that like I shouldn't maybe be in this car. But if you see like a rich Asian looking motherfucker with a Rolex and a fucking suit, you're not questioning it. You're probably like, oh, he's a tech guy. You know what I'm saying?
And my dad's dad, my grandpa, like so he was a professional boxer, and apparently when they were younger, I started hearing more stories about when they were younger, when he was in his 20s, and it was always him in like some purple or green fly ass shirt with some gaiters on, and yeah, they would be going to like the LA Forum and hanging with Muhammad Ali and like all types of crazy shit. And
Bro, when we used to go to Vegas, bro, every time we used to go to Vegas, it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? You would have a suit night.
yeah,
Right?
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? One of them nights we're gonna give dummy bottle service and we're all suited and booted and shit. Or like wearing Joe's, like a suit with some Joe's or something like that.
Especially most people are at least dressing in nice shirts, and even if it's jeans,
Yeah.
it's not gonna
I'm
be
doing that on purpose too. I'm doing that on purpose, not just because it's dress code, because you know what I mean, man, we're in Vegas, it's debut. And like I would always get custom suits. And I had this purple suit, bruh, because I wanted, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The Dark Knight shit was fly, bruh. You know what I mean? So I came through with the dark purple, and it had the purple pinstripes. You know what I'm saying? And like it was crazy because you know what I'm saying? Like I had you had the whole thing, the vest and everything. Did you pack it in?
All right, real quick. Dennis, give me the minimum yards traveled per rush. That's a number between 1 and 5. Drake, give me the max yards traveled per rush. That's a number between 6 and 10. Who else is in here? Crispy, you give me the minimum seconds per rush. That's 1 to 4. And Antonio, you give me the max seconds. That's 5 to 8.
Shit. Just drive speed limit only.
No, I know, but I need
Because I don't know how to.
All right, 5 for Antonio. And Crispy said, "Get that heart off my screen. No love in fantasy football." I know. Why is that shit like still? I mean, I guess I see what it is, but it's not like I can see like. Like when you hit the heart thing, it pulls up all the emojis, and like there's one that's like 100, and if you hit the 100, it'll pop up like on the screen, but we can't even see that. So like, I'm curious, like, can anybody else like see that? All right, let's see. 7 for Antonio.
You know what's crazy? He said, so the Pluto shit, right? He goes, he's like, look, going back to your childhood and like your upbringing. He's like, like with your boys and shit, like you're on some gang shit. I was like, I mean, allegedly, like affiliated type of shit, like you know what I mean? And like, cause he was like, makes sense, cause he's like, Pluto is all through your shit. Pluto is like mobsters have Pluto type of shit.
Yeah, he told me that in a past life that I was a mobster who died a terrible death.
You know what's funny too? He says the Uranians, what I am, right? He says you guys have the innate ability. I mean, you guys have the strong ability to live through all the fuck shit, so you can see this other half. Because for me, I have to. It's about gaining knowledge and more wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you don't know it all. Like, they say, if I know now what I know now back then, type of shit, I would never be able to know that back then. Right. I had to get to this point to know everything I know now, and it had to be forged in fire, bro, in darkness and shit. You know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy because, bro, that's some shit that would try to trick normal people out if they told them. And I was like, wow, thank you. I always knew that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I always do, you know what I mean? I said it in some of my lyrics. I said, I always pray our universal karma don't get us, bro. Because, is it about what we did in the past or is it about what we're doing now or what we could do? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But it is cool getting some clarity on shit. You know what I mean? Because he said straight out the gate, he said, for you, it's about proving yourself to be right. proving that you were right. And that's such an arrogant thing to be proud of, man. But I'm like, that's exactly what I am. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably not a good.
Antonio's laughing and saying, "That's me."
Real shit. He's my birthday twin. He's my birthday twin. And see, you know what's crazy too is
well, hold on, real quick.
East Coast though, but he's East Coast because it's
different.
about he goes. He opens up by explaining why the time is important, right? And geographically, you know what I'm saying? Because it's where the horizon was. You know what I mean? Where the horizon was of the sun when you were born. So I was born before the horizon. I was born at 3:40 a.m. So I was
laughing at what Crispy said. Okay.
Born in the dark. I was forged in the darkness and fire.
All right. Find your character here. And this is for the NFC division. Here we go.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
Here we go. Where the hell am I? Right in the middle again. What the hell? Why the hell are these guys?
That was fucking crazy.
Oh, here we go. Nice. All right. Yeah, and Ricky, I just remember him saying there's a lot of things in the money chart, the gambling chart. Wow, Joey, I don't know what the hell's happening with Joey, but he is going crazy. It's so funny. Joey's his sleeper name is Dirty Sanchez.
Nice.
His last name is Sanchez, so he's rocking it. And Chaotic said the hearts are cute. And then see what happens. Does anybody else see it when those things pop up like on the screen and all? Crispy's trying to catch up. Sarah's
we got hearts that pop up on the screen now?
On YouTube, yeah, they have. I don't know if anybody else can see them. Like when people press the little the buttons that where it can pop up. Damn, Joey got first, ran away with it. Sarah got second, Phil third, Crispy fourth.
Hey, you know what's crazy? That's probably the fastest draft I've ever saw.
Monday 6th. I got 7th. Who got 8th? Kahuna got 8th. Devo got 9th. Woo. Mark Street Soldiers got 10th. Man, he's got such good luck in bingo that he cannot do good in these races to save his life. He said that he's getting inducted into like the bingo hall of fame of like whatever fucking like area he's in. Like this dude is a savage with it. And Jerry and Dennis bringing up the rear.
He's such a legend. Bro, I've heard of him, bro. He's such a legend that they wrote an entire song about him. And everybody knows his song, bro. I bet you know it. Come on, sing it. Sing it with me. B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. And it make a hell annoying out. What are you doing? Bingo! Bingo got it again. B-I-N-G-O, motherfucker.
Oh man.
I suck at bingo. You know what? It's a luck thing. You need to get the right card. God damn it.
Well, and I think it's probably knowing the strategy of how many cards you need to get somehow, and to give yourself better odds. Like who the fuck knows? I know that it's so much to keep. It's like way too much for me to keep up with. I smoke way too much weed to play bingo. It's like I just need the electronic ones where I just need to follow along, and it like tells you when you're about to get it.
Yeah, I think it's called Keno, right? I'm good at that one.
No. They have it, so you don't have to get just the paper cards.
I'm being stupid. I know. I'm just being. Okay, all right. I'm being stupid. Yeah, so you just buy the cards and it just lets you know.
Well, you got it's like a tablet pretty much that they got, and yeah, it's got all the different cards like on it. So, and look, as it's filling up, it just marks them for you, and you just got to be paying attention to. If one's about to get bingo and you keep flipping back and forth in between them on the it's like an iPad.
Uranus, Libra, and Pluto. I'm gonna go down rabbit holes because these are hella strong in my shit. And then there's Sagittarius, which is ironic because Like that's when he was like, trust me. He was like, this is gonna when you hear this, it's gonna make way more sense than like your just traditional pop culture version of this shit. Like there's way more layers to it. And I was like, man, it's really fucking interesting.
Yeah, because like I don't know. I mean,
Like I'm immediately doubling back. It's funny because I mean my girl, her name's Mar. You know what I mean? And I call her Mars. You know what I mean? And then I was like, and I laugh. I pointed out, yeah, because her name's Mars. And he laughs because he's like, look, when we go back in the garage, right? He's like, look at his chart. Man, see? Mars. He's like, that's love. He's like, that's where your love is, bro. You know what I mean? That's your home. This is your home. He's like, everything right here is where your home is.
yeah.
He's got Mars in there. And he's like, that's funny, right? I'm like, right? But it's just funny because that doesn't have anything to do with it, but it does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it just so happens to be her name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Mars is the one that gets me in a lot of trouble over the years. Everything Mars related, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the one that's always feeling the shit because it's, you know what I mean? Let's go get it. That's part of my personality. Like when you can meet me and be like, and next thing you know, we're on some business venture already, getting a bread. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I just met this dude, and you know I'm about to give him 100 bands right now. You know what I mean? I'm that kind of guy. Like, listen, man, you got 100 bands on you?
Crispy. Yeah, there's my love. Antonio said, I just noticed there's a middle finger emoji. Yeah, I did. I mean, I knew that there was a middle finger emoji. I didn't know there was one on YouTube, though.
Cool.
And Dennis, that's awesome. Sometimes I enter the draft just for the race. Very, very exhilarating, right? Like once I found out about this, like, this is like a billion times better than just clicking like, randomize on sleeper.
Yeah, once we did that with you one time, we did it for other leagues. We're like, fuck
Yeah.
that, this is tight. We're doing that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Let the racers decide it.
All right. There we go. 2 drafts started. What should we do today? Maybe we should do a rookie draft today.
Maybe we should do one of those cool drafts again.
Which
like,
one?
I don't know, like Denzel's or something.
Oh, like movies?
Yeah, like something, or yeah, maybe movie, even like there you go. Maybe we'll do every genre. You got to come with your like 3 from every genre or 2 from every genre or something.
Well, what do you mean though?
Like we do like a draft, like your lineup. If you got your 2 comedies, maybe you know what I mean. Your 2 horror movies, maybe suspense, maybe based on true story. You know what I mean, or something. You know what I mean? I'm workshopping.
Okay. And Dennis said, I want all the Johnny Depp movies.
There you go.
See, yeah, I need.
See, but that's why I said that. That's why I said guys like Johnny Depp, guys like Leo, Denzel. We could do specific drafts because we'd be like, let me give me Alfonso. Like, oh fuck, yeah, give me Alfonso for Trinidad. 101. You know what I mean? That's the 101 in the Denzel draft for sure. But some people might be like, nah, fuck that. Nah, give me the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do shit. Motherfuckers, I got a whole catalog, right?
So what would
we could do the all-time football team thing where you have your 2 receivers, your 2 running backs, your quarterback, and it's an all-time list. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, and it would be based off of. I mean, you could the way that we'd be basing is off their top like single season, like off their top like fantasy single season, right?
Yep. Yeah, or you could completely make your team just your favorite team, like your favorite dream team. There's no parameters of how. I'm obviously trying to find a balance of the 2.
Well, I just feel like you have to figure out because it's not like we're picking someone off of like their career stats.
Yeah, because you can
like you're picking them. Yeah, the way that we're going to be able to like this person over this person or judge the lineups is going to be judged off of their peak season, whatever their peak season actually was.
Okay, I like that. Who's in it?
This is going to be like an all-time fantasy draft, right? Antonio said, "Give me butt fumble Sanchez at the 101."
No.
Hold on, let me go.
You're mortgaging your whole future.
All right, let me cool, and then we could just use the same thing that I used for the wrestling draft. Just use that on here. So we have to figure out, so what are we gonna do here? Like we gotta do, I mean, I feel like we gotta do at least.
Oh shit, hold on. What time are we doing this though? You know what? I might gotta do a mock draft with Spencer, because I think I committed to that.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be when I get back from getting Noble to karate class, so maybe like 5:30.
Okay, yeah, we could do it, or even 6.
Okay.
Yeah. 6:30? Let's do it 6:30.
Well, what if we just give you 12 and we'll start at 6?
I don't know what hold on. Hold on, man. I don't mind it though. I get the double, I get the back-to-back. You can put me at 12, I get the back-to-back right away. What? And I already know no one's on my guys, man.
Let's see how many people we actually get in here for this. Yeah, definitely going to be a super flex. And how about instead of super flex, we're just going to make it 2 QB, because everyone, is should be getting 2 QB, especially we're talking all time here. So what would we do? We would do 2 QBs. How many running backs? 2.
Yeah.
Then 2 wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
We will do a tight end for this one, because now we got all-time tight ends that we can choose from. And then we got to add in some IDP guys as well, for sure. Let me see how many. I will do 7 offense. How about 7 offense and 6 defense? And we'll just do.
Okay, and how many total? So you said 7 on offense, and then
6 on defense. 2 LBs, 2 DLs, 2 DBs. We'll just do it like that.
Why is there an open Coke in there?
So yeah, it would. Yeah.
Everybody, be careful. There's an open soda up there. I don't know who did that. You know what? That's just a problem waiting to happen. I'm removing it.
All right. Who else wants to get in on this? And Marty said 3 wide receivers. All right, sounds good. We'll do 3.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not mad at that.
It's all time. So I mean, we'll be able to fill it easily, right? Yeah. Marty said I can picture my team now. Antonio, you gonna do it? And Minnesota Marty in. Let me.
Everybody's team about to be crazy.
So what time do you think you're gonna get done? I guess I don't want to start too late, because I know we're gonna be good.
It's a 30-second 14. I think it's a 14 or 15 draft round draft.
Okay, but what time are you starting though?
I think you said 5.
If you're starting at 5, I guess you'll be done in an hour. If you're not,
Well, I'm not going on. I'm just doing the draft because I won't be able to go on. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my girl's been taking a laptop with her to her new spot.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you should be done by 6 then. 30-minute clocks. Yeah, it's all because come on, the ones that we do are like 20-something rounds. Like that's why they take so long, because we got IDP. They're not doing no IDP in it.
Get at it.
Okay, Antonio said I'll pass today, so I'll probably be sleeping by 8:30. All right, I'll post about this on Patreon. We got to get more people in it, though. It would be.
Hey, he be texting me. Hey, he's funny, man. He be texting me on a Friday. He be like I'm drunk. And it's like hanging out with a white girl. It's open to interpretation, but I just laugh because I'm drunk too. Usually, when he texts me, it's like he picks up the frequency. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not hanging with the white girls myself.
That's hilarious. All right, let's see who. We'll see who else wants to get in on this. But let's smoke it up. We're gonna get out of here in a few minutes, and I gotta take over the karate here within the hour.
Mm-hmm. Karate, as someone would say, or Ross would say. See, you're not a Friends guy.
Nope.
Yeah, so it's not funny. And it's so funny when I used to do on the other channel, and then you know what I'm saying, and I had Jake Seeley on, and then you know the other guy, he like Bogard, you know, he's trying to Bogard his way onto the show, and I go, but he didn't know what he was in for because we were, you know me, I'm the type like I got Jake Seeley on, who's also basically my birthday twin. His birthday is the day before mine, and you know that matters to me because that's why I think he's like the best too. He's hella good, you know what I mean? I always put myself against him when it comes to like fantasy shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like little does he know that, right? But I brought him on, and we talked little fantasy because we were gonna do the Friends trivia.
Oh yeah, I remember you talked
Remember
about
that shit?
Yeah.
And bro, he had a ball, bro. And then he was like, "If you do any trivia games, I'll come on, bro." And because I'm like, because when he asked my age after the show, right? He's like, "Man, that was really funny." He's like, "How old are you, Bogart?" And I was like, you know, I said my age. He's like, "Yeah," because he's born the same. He's born he's the day before me, but I'm a year older than him. But you know, we're the same generation. You know, what I mean, just like me and you type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, we grew up on the same shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like DuckTales is the shit. You know what I mean? Like he was like 90s cartoons, video game. Remember we were talking about doing that video game thing, remember? Or the 90s.
Man, it's so funny. I don't know why I thought of it right now, but one of the trivia questions or something that I asked one time was Christopher Lloyd, what cartoon was he in? And I guess like the only hint that I was given is it was like a classic, like from the 90s. It was the DuckTales Treasure of the Lost Lamp. He was the bad guy in the
movie.
In the movie, yeah.
DuckTales, woo!
Man, it was so funny. I saw this video on TikTok, and it was like, "Reason You Can't Be a Gangster" Part 4 or something. It was like, if you know the
DuckTales,
it was like if you know the whole DuckTales intro, you cannot be a gangster. And then it cuts to him. And then it cuts to him. It cuts
I
to him.
I only know the beginning part.
It cuts to him singing the whole song. Ain't that some shit?
But Crips couldn't spell it D-U-C-K Tails though. It'd be D-U-C-C. You can't have Crip Killer and can't have Crip Killer in there. They might even not watch it. I don't even watch that shit, cuz.
So who's gonna draft with us tonight? We're gonna draft an all-time fantasy squad. Literally every single player ever is on the table. We're going to construct our best fantasy lineups. As of right now, it's me, Bogey, and Minnesota Marty who are in it. We need more people. We're going to start around 6 o'clock West Coast time.
I'll holler at Spencer and Guccini too, because they're going to be on that joint tonight. You know, okay. I'm going to see if they want to just hop right on after the fact.
Yeah, this one's going to be fun. This one's going to be wild. Because, an all-time fucking team here. 2 QBs, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, tight end, 2 linebackers, 2 DLs, and 2 DBs. I have to start doing some research on the single season.
Oh, shit. Am I on the clock in 24?
I don't know.
I think I might be. Well, I got to be at this point. Because it was like...
you never made your pick?
Nah, I know. I never checked.
Yeah, you're on the clock. You got 2 hours, under 2 hours left. Let's make that pick.
Okay. Damn, I got.
Man, we've been on the clock since we did the wake and bake this morning.
For real?
Yeah, because I said you were on the clock after he took Dak and you got all pissed.
I took Garrett Wilson.
No, you never locked it in.
Huh?
You never locked it in. I didn't know.
For real? I was like, give me Garrett Wilson. Damn, no wonder. Yeah, give me Garrett Wilson.
Okay. Well, I guess that's my fault. I don't remember you saying that.
Oh, because I was like, I made my pick on the wake and bake.
Bernie Mac now.
Damn, I fucked that all the way up. I'm hella mad at myself. No, because I should have just checked. Yeah, we're gonna Garrett Wilson there. That's you know what I mean. That's that time right there.
Oh, Crispy's in it. He said he's gonna be with us tonight. I like it, Crispy.
Yeah. You know my dad's about to have listen, bro. Oh, and you know what? We gotta throw a coach in there. We just pick one though.
All right. I'm just waiting until the end. We'll see who I can. Fuck the coaches.
Oh shit, that's funny. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If I think of the best, I mean, shit, Bill Parcells, one of the greatest defensive-minded coaches ever.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how many of us there are, but yeah, the Bill Parcells and his disciples, the Kyle Shanahan's and disciples, Andy Reid, who's going to jump.
His dad and his disciples first, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah. Hell yeah.
And then the shit.
They had because what else was he a part of besides the back-to-back Broncos championships? Wasn't he? Who else was he with in the 90s that did something?
The Niners. He won.
Oh yeah,
the last time we won a Super Bowl, he was our offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And then he parlayed that into a gig with the Broncos. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because he went to the Broncos in '95, and then he was just in a bone. He just won 2 back-to-back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and how did they just make the right picks with fucking Terrell Davis and Shannon Sharp like at the right time?
Those are staples in this offense, right?
Yeah.
The running back and the move tight end. You know what I mean? The move tight end is everything in that system, basically.
Antonio
and then there's Kyle Shanahan's version of it, where everyone's souped up like crazy.
No, Adam Gase isn't the one who kicked the kicker.
No, that was Urban Liar.
Yeah, Pervin Liar, right? Fucking pervert.
That's funny because in the Bay Area, growing up, Pervin means like you drinking, like you drunk.
Okay.
Yeah, so it sucks that when they start calling him Pervin Liar, I'm like, he's a drunk liar.
Can't be Pervin anymore. Oh man! All right. Let's see. What else do we got? So we're gonna do that all-time fantasy draft tonight. We're gonna do back with the wake and bake tomorrow, and we call it wake up with fantasy football now. But you guys know that it's the wake and bake. It's every weekday, 8 a.m. West Coast time, and then 8:30 on Saturdays. Yeah, we're doing it 6 days a week now. It's gonna be real dope during the season. So I'm glad we're getting it going now. Yeah, and
that boulder all the way up the hill, baby.
Marty must have jumped off and came back on. Yeah, Bogard suggested the head coach too. So yeah, that got thrown in there. So 2 QBs, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 LBs, 2 D linemen, 2 DBs, and 1. Just one.
They go faster than me.
Right, I'm gonna post about it on Patreon. See how many more people we can get. Hoagie said he's gonna hit up a few people. We'll see if we can get in here, and we'll see you back in a few hours for that. Back at 6 West Coast time. Peace out.
Peace.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
Anywhere in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.